Hello everybody, we are here in Las Vegas. We are almost live at Shoptalk Spring. We are getting together with executives from across the Publicis Commerce ecosystem just to get their perspective on what's going on at the show, what they're hearing, key trends, major takeaways, maybe some news that they've heard along the way. We are here right now with Tom Giovingo, who is VP of Vertical Growth Strategy at Epsilon. Tom, we're still not quite through the end of the first day, so they're not a big sample size for you yet, but just wanted to ask you, what are you seeing so far that's kind of standing out for you?
Yeah, I think the size of it all. I mean, it's retail's growing up, commerce is growing up. We're going to a whole new level of ways that we're interacting, and we're closing that gap that we've seen a lot in terms of audiences versus individual identity when we're mapping how to bring this to market. So brands and retailers are really now starting to think about, how do I look at this holistically versus a channel? And I think that's really what's getting me excited as I listen to people talk about it.
And now, what brought you to the show? What were you looking for?
Yeah, they kind of go hand in hand. At the end of the day, I'm really trying to understand what is the data, what is the identity layers that companies are leaning in with. So much of what we've been doing historically has been audience-based and models, and I want to get to the direct consumer. I want to get to the point where we are reaching that consumer wherever they may be. We're mapping that as part of not only a retail media strategy, but also a national marketing strategy, and making sure that we're not deduping audiences. We are deduping audiences. We're not kind of talking to them in multiple ways and being wasteful. So we're getting it all together. I'm trying to find how that navigates within the firms.
Sounds like you started answering the next question a little bit. What has Epsilon been up to these days? What kind of challenges are you helping your clients overcome?
It wouldn't be Epsilon if I wasn't digging into data and identity and being curious about that. But that is what we've been doing. At the forefront of having a true identity spine and going away from authenticated logged-in users, we're able to understand someone not only at the retail level for their brands, but also as they leave that retail environment and go across the entire ecosystem. So ultimately, at the end of the day, we're mapping together how an individual consumer transacts in multiple ways across multiple brands and bringing it together harmoniously.
Sure. I have to ask about agentic commerce. Since the last shop talk, that we were kind of a step back. Everybody's taking a little bit of a breath and trying to figure out what's going on. Do you think the industry got ahead of its skis a little bit, or what's your take on agentic commerce?
I don't know if it got ahead of its skis or not, to be honest. I think, to me, the success of it, any agentic platform is going to have to rely on a massive amount of data. And so going back to everything I've been talking about here, truly it's the identity, but also the data. We need to have data to know that if I'm walking down the frozen pizza aisle, there's so many different brands, there's so many different toppings. How is an agentic platform going to know exactly which pizza to buy me? And so not only knowing me as an individual, me as a consumer, but all the data points about all those products and how they correspond to what I'm looking for in that situation, or automating that buy, it comes down to the data and identity. So are we there yet? I think we're a lot closer than we've ever been, but I think the devil's going to be in the details of how brands are utilizing that whole mix to put together the platforms that drive that.
So lots to still figure out.
Lots to figure out, per usual. But that's what keeps us coming back every year.
Okay, Tom, thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thanks for listening. We'll be doing some more of these over the next couple of days, staying almost live at Shoptalk. We'll see you again.